Let's close our eyes. What does disturbance really mean? There's a disturbance in the body level. When the body is disturbed, and in yogic science, they have an interesting approach of which their medical science is based, that the right side of the body is the sun. So the heat energy, sun energy, light energy. And the left side is the moon energy, cooling energy. So according to this Ayurvedic science, in the yogic tradition, imbalance between the heating and cooling systems brings about a disturbance in the body. So there are certain herbs and tonics that one can take according to their disturbance, if it's that they have become too cold or too hot. It seems very simplistic, but it is, of course, very subtle, because it's not only to feel hot, it's certain disorders are represented by the fire energy and some by this cooling energy. Anyway, we're not doing a study on Ayurveda, but it is interesting because when the body is disturbed, it's not seen that something outside has disturbed it. The disturbance has come from within with this imbalance. So similarly, as the physical body, it is also emotional body. And the nervous system, the energetic body, if you're too active and you don't get enough time to be calm, which doesn't necessarily mean that you are asleep, but if you don't get calming time and you're always revving the emotions or revving the energy, and then of course there'll be an imbalance, and similarly the opposite. If you become sluggish, despondent, depressed, uninspired, then this is the disturbance of the energetic and emotional bodies. Similarly, with the mental body, whole mind field, which is where we feel the disturbance the most, is also seen from within. There is no external cause. And that's the most difficult to accept. Because it really appears that I was fine until that person made that comment, or I was fine until that person came into my life. It appears so true to the mind that the disturbance is from an external cause. Because someone did something, or because of certain events, because it started raining, because it is too much sun. But when we can start to see that disturbance is never from an external cause, this really begins the meditation, because it brings the power back to you. So first, one needs to develop enough power to override the imagined experience and sometimes the felt experience that disturbance comes from outside, from some external cause. So watch now in meditation how the habit of the thinking mind is to look for cause, and thereby now I am affected, I am disturbed, or I am delighted. It can go the other way also. Something caused joy, love, some kind of feeling of good fortune, easy times, because I don't have any debt, because I'm on holiday. So in meditation, we can start to see very clearly this pattern in the thinking mind. We don't find blame or fault with it. It's the natural training of the mind that was necessary initially when we grew up and as we developed and how we developed a way to be in this world. But it is simply for that only. There is a deeper state of being with yourself, how to be with yourself, how to sit. And although the thinking mind will be creating all kinds of stories of an external cause and how you are affected, how you are either disturbed or delighted, we develop the very strong power that is not the deeper state of being. Many people have the idea that meditation is to control thinking or somehow channel the thinking. There can be a lot of advantage from concentrated practices, of course. But I have found that in understanding the functioning of the mind, such as I've described today, then the thinking mind needs no altering, needs no controlling, is not seen as faulty in any way. It's not seen as broken or inadequate even. It's just seen for what it is. And who is that sees this? Who is this that comes to know these patterns and has the power to override them, which means not to make them true? So how wonderful is that? In meditation, we're not trying to eliminate something, but rather use the tool as it is for us to understand ourselves at a deeper level, which is the level of being with ourself. Not physical, not emotional, not mental, not based on the circumstances, not based on the people and relations we are in association with, not based on our work or lack of it, not based on how we feel about things. And the thinking mind is the ground by which we can really come to know ourself. When we can sit at ease with ourselves is when we have come to see my inner self, or my deepest state, my deepest state of being can never be disturbed. Rather, it is like amazing power of perception. It sees everything, but never becomes what is seen. That knows everything, never becomes what is known. That observes everything, but never becomes what is observed. That feels everything and thinks about everything, never becomes the feeler or the thinker. In this way, the self is described as pure. It never becomes other. And one beautiful example we have.
Want to listen to full-length audios including satsangs, meditation, yogic practices, and meditative music? Join the Wisdom Library, a growing, vibrant sanctuary of self-knowledge. This resource supports your meditation practice and inspires your mind and heart to live in the knowledge of your ever-free self. Subscribe monthly or annually at wisdomofmeditation.com.